everyone, welcome to A Familiar Quest. Wow, we are live. I don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah, we are back in Ravenloft with all of our wonderful players. Let's go around the room really quick and talk about who everyone is and who they're playing. Eugenio.
Hi everybody, I'm Eugenio. I'm DM Jazzy Hands on the internet, and I am playing Pest, a pest mascot from Strixhaven, druid, who has been living in Castle Ravenloft, hanging out with Squiddle for about a century or so now, at least as far as he's aware.
A few years.
A few years.
M.
Hi, I'm Em Montgomery. I am playing Galahot, aka Gale. He is a rat barbarian with a heart of gold.
Megan.
Hello, everybody. I will be playing Squiddle, a gnome squidling who really enjoys eating boba brains. You know, like the tea. And you can find me on Twitter at Megan Kenrick.
Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle Bradley. I play Mugen, the fighter, and in the last episode, Mugen and Gale realized we don't really know what our backstory is. We don't know if it's real or we just made it up, and we were unclear about what's happening. Mugen's confused. Michelle's confused. I am very excited to figure out what's happening in this story still.
And Hope Lavelle.
Hi, I'm Hope Lavelle. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheHopeLavelle. Today I will be playing Dottie the Dandelion, your friendly, one-of-a-kind dandelion bard.
I just can't believe I didn't hear Circle of the Moon.
Of the moon.
All right, so previously on A Familiar Quest, amazingly, we had this very brave rat named Gale, along with Mugen the Death Dog, who entered into the mists of Ravenloft accidentally. And there they found, well, a bunch of zombies crawling out of the ground, for one. But they found some friends in Castle Ravenloft, the new denizens of that area. You found Pest, Colonel Pest, who was in the midst of training several insects and moths to limiting degrees of success. And it was suddenly realized that Whittle, the Count of Barovia, had disappeared. And the grave erupted out of the ground, along with a squidling. Yep, they're right there. A squidling claiming that its name was Squiddle. And then you all sort of took over Ravenloft. And you were attacked many times by zombies, by flying heads. There was a barber that made someone pee themselves, and you extracted his brain. You went back to Ravenloft after a lot of chicanery. You met a toad named Tommy the Toad, who seemed kind of suspect, but you made friends and you had him guarding a cloning chamber filled with nothing but Whittle vampires, clones, all in various degrees of being formed. Seems okay. There was an accident involving a death dog knocking over a whole bunch of cloning vats. Those all broke open, releasing vampire clones, not fully formed. Pest realized that his professor apparently had been experimenting on other creatures known as pests, using their magical energy to sever people, either from planes of existence, souls from bodies, or familiars from their casters. And after a lot of hijinks, you determined to investigate. You went down. You realized that Whittle's body was somewhere deep down and dark. You went down to the bowels of Ravenloft, and with the goading of Tommy the Toad, gassing you up to be brave, you all walked in to a place where nothing lives, where there is no air, no life, no nothing. And you bravely went in, tied to each other one after another, and found 4 stone sarcophagi, all with your names on them. And then your friend, Tommy the Toad, shut the door behind you. And 100 years later, after casting Summon Fae, you had a whole bunch of El Mirage.
That wouldn't go away.
You summoned undead, and you brought Whittle into the room, who's just gibbering in deep speech.
I forgot
The
about
El Mirage
that.
created cults around Whittle, and that deep speech and all the El Mirage, these cute little bunnies with horns now speak deep speech and have a little bit of a cult. And you all trained. And eventually, you got out. Discovering that the castle had been very worn down and 100 years had gone by. You found paintings of all of yourselves and evidence that perhaps Pest had either been killed or had sacrificed himself in the past. And right now you find yourselves in Castle Ravenloft 100 years later. Everyone you know and loved gone. All your mouths have long since passed away. And you're in the courtyard. And Mordenkainen himself has teleported into the courtyard. What are you doing? This bald man with large hooped earrings. I would argue too big for his frame.
Is it ever really
is standing
too
there
big?
resplendently in his magic. But you all know who Mordenkainen is. One of the most famous wizards in all of the D&D multiverse has come here to save you.
Hello. Sorry, it sounded like I didn't recognize your name before, but I'm really terrible with names. I know exactly who you are. We haven't been properly introduced. My name is Squiddle, and I reach out my little purple tentacle to shake Mordenkainen's hand.
He reaches out. Okay, it's nice to meet you. I assume you're a Pest.
You... Oh, hello. I didn't expect you to know me. What an honor it is, sir.
And Gale. Mugen the Death Dog.
Hi. Hi. Did you bring me a treat?
I did not. You all
Mm.
failed to stop.
Stop what?
Tommy. You all failed to stop Tommy.
Oh, was
They
it that? Was
replaced
that a test?
everyone.
Oh.
It's
Well,
too late.
I don't mean to be dismissive or flip about it, but we've actually got no idea what's happening. We've been away with some Almirage for a very long time. Very long.
Hope Lavelle, what's the name of your character?
Dottie the dandelion.
I the Dandelion. Why are you in Ravenloft?
You know, Dottie was just walking along, playing her flute, and suddenly she didn't know where she was. She's a little airheaded, so there's no idea how she got here.
I already love her so much.
Dottie, you find yourself right at the foot of Castle Ravenloft. The drawbridge is actually open. And there are a number of fires that are actually lit in Castle Ravenloft at this moment.
Oh, well, doesn't that just look so inviting? And I'm gonna go on in.
You go on in and you go through the courtyard, and the courtyard is like very well groomed and very nice. And you move along. There are some very, very eager moths that fly over to you and kind of give you kind of a side eye as you enter, kind of just suspiciously running kind of sorties around you in formation. It's kind of creepy when you see 5 moths all in a row, just kind of shooting a wing pattern and kind of buzz by you a couple of times. And you enter into Castle Ravenloft itself. You see a number of broken gargoyles, but you look up and you do see stone gargoyles of squidlings on an overhanging balcony above.
Well, hi! Are you guys alive? I heard that sometimes gargoyles, they turn alive, but sometimes they're just stone. So I just thought I'd say hi and see if you were.
You're the first one to ask.
And these stone tendrils move and they stand still again.
Wow, well, ain't that just dandy? And I'm not lying.
Bam. This is a very dark and creepy place. And like a light, right when you say that, lightning crackles overhead, and just all of Castle Ravenloft shakes from the thunderous boom. And you think you hear screaming and yelling somewhere downstairs.
Well, if that ain't a cry for help, I don't know what is. And I'm gonna run on down.
You start running down like a series of stairs. You're not quite sure where to go. This place looks kind of lived in. You find things like, it looks like maybe a dog had like put a whole bunch of clothing and comfortable things around in the corner, that kind of stuff. You start heading down, and there's a door that's clearly been bricked up completely, and you just hear mashing. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
All right, it's a 6.
Well, it sounds like some folks are trapped inside that room. you hear kind of banging. Maybe you hear someone like, "Oh, wouldn't you help us? That would be so helpful." But it's very bricked up right now. There's like chairs that have been put up in front of the door, all kinds of implements that are keeping the door closed, and it keeps shaking back and forth.
Well, I'd like to help, but I don't think I can. I'm just a little dandelion. I have no strength. You know what? I got one trick up my sleeve. And okay, so this door is like bricked off, or is it like
It's
damn?
recently mortared up. Yeah, recently.
I'm just a humble bard. I don't know what to do here. But I gotta get inside, so I'm gonna do what I know how to do best. And I'm gonna just cast knock.
What does knock do?
Okay. Choose an object you see in range, whether it be a door, a box, a chest, a padlock. Basically, the target that's held shut becomes unstuck, unlocked, or unbarred.
Okay, well,
don't
it
know if-
becomes unstuck, and the door just all the bricks fall off, and the door pushes aside, and the door creaks open, and you see everyone clearly is very related because they all look exactly alike. Some of them less formed than others, hungry, sharp, pointy teeth of all gnomish sized creatures with long silvery hair, and they all look hungry, and their eyes are glowing red. And some of them are on the ceiling, some are on the left side of the wall, some are on the right, and they all start pouring out hungrily, grabbing as they have not had blood yet. And they start chasing you.
Waha! And bye!
And if you just use my little leafy feet, I'm going at my 10 feet speed. Oh no.
You're going at your 10 feet speed? Perfect. You give me a dexterity saving throw right now, because you are wading through something very weird on this staircase. It feels it's kind of gooey but slippery at the same time, like Play-Doh, only like maybe watered down Play-Doh. It smells kind of like skin.
Oh my God. That's a 21.
You got 21? Yeah. I'm going to allow you to do one or two things. Wait. That was your what kind of check?
Oh, it's a dexterity saving throw, yeah?
Yes, it was. You are going to definitely get caught. Actually, you're just a dandelion. Give me a deception check.
Ooh. Okay, wait. Okay, I got this. All right. I love being a bard. All right, deception plus 6. Ooh. All right, that is a 25.
What do you do to not be caught by these
I'm on stairs, yeah?
whittle vampires?
I'm on
Yes.
stairs. Okay.
Yeah.
Dottie's just gonna kind of stick into the corner, into like a crack, and just go, and just go into flower mode.
And for about 10 minutes, you just see vampire after vampire after vampire after vampire leave the room. And like some of them almost step on you as they're passing by. And then there's like one or two that are like only like a foot tall. Like they're like smaller than even a gnome should be. Like what one is like just kind of like almost the size of someone's hand. That's just like with sharp pointy teeth and glowing red eyes and a cape. And that's the last one to run out.
Phew! All right. All right, what now? That was kind of fun.
You feel a cold draft coming down from below, though, deeper down the stairs.
Well, I don't really want to go towards that. I'm going to need to be mighty convinced to go down there.
Give me another perception check.
Oh, please be good. Okay, it's an 11.
Yeah, you hear some kind of muttering. You're like, and you something's just scraping is coming up the stairwell right at this moment. Give me a deception or a stealth check.
Okay, I'll do deception. Oh no. Oh, wait, I have a feature that is called wait,
What?
I've got to think. It's called
Inspiration?
Silver Tongue. And if I roll on a deception check under a 9 or lower, I can count it as a 10 and add. So that's a 16.
You see this clawing claw come up the stairs and stop, pause. And it doesn't look at you because it has no eyes, but it regards you. You feel like you're being regarded by this crawling claw with long pointy nails. And it taps its finger once or twice, and then just keeps on moving about. Odd to see a dandelion in Castle Ravenloft. But it keeps moving by, and you see the little pieces of bone coming out of the back of it. And it goes up the stairs. Well, I guess that takes care of them. Won't have to deal with them ever again. All right, so about gonna have to get all the rest of the familiars rounded up, I guess. And now that I'm Lord Barovia, things are gonna be much easier around now. Just keeps muttering to himself as he goes up.
That's the claw?
That's the claw.
Oh.
Well, he went that way, so I'm gonna go this way.
And I'm going to just go down.
You go down and you see cloning vats broken. You see a long thing of rope that's stuck in a door.
Stuck in a door?
Yeah, it's stuck in the wedge of a door. Meanwhile, 100 years later,
No.
Mordenkainen is talking to all of you. I'm afraid there's nothing that can be done. You failed.
Oh,
So did you come here to tell us we failed? Is that the only reason you're here?
No,
why'd you
I
come?
told you. I came here to tell you that you were going to die.
Oh, not again.
Oh, I thought we did already. Maybe.
You're trapped in here forever with us.
And when you say in here, I know what you mean by that, but just in case anyone else doesn't know, maybe you might want to explain it.
Same question for the us part of the end of your statement.
In the darkness, in Ravenloft, you're here forever.
Mm-hmm. And the us? You, certainly, renowned wizard of the plains. Surely you can leave.
I cannot leave.
Oh, well, when did you get stuck here?
Got stuck here eons ago.
Mm,
And you start
you also-
hearing several voices.
Do they sound familiar and not like Mordenkainen to any of us?
Doesn't sound like more. I mean, you don't know what Mordenkainen sounds like. He
Sure.
had a deep voice. Yeah,
Okay.
lovely bravado. But Yeah, no.
Okay, sorry.
Something's off.
Yeah.
Can I make an insight or a perception check?
You can go ahead.
Never mind.
Squidle. Back at it.
Back at
Squid's
it, she
just like-
said.
Like looking at this conversation, like, oh yeah, that's definitely the real deal there.
Yeah, I got nothing.
The entire village of Barovia has died. You, Pest, were supposed to protect everyone. You are a colonel. Your job was to save everyone, and you didn't. And you know what Pest did? He was thinking about making a deal to become Lord of Barovia.
Do you know? I was. A very long time ago, I was. And Squiddle and I have had 100 years to hash it out.
Mm.
And here's the only thing that makes me wonder about why you're here to tell us all of this, famous Wizard of the Plains, Mordenkainen. It's that we saw a painting, which unfortunately now is, well, it doesn't matter what happened to it now. But it seemed to depict a different history. Do you know anything about that?
What about you, Gale?
Like literally or like in my head?
Why did you fail your friends?
In what way?
You didn't save anyone. You let them get trapped in that room.
Because we trusted Tommy. Just like I trusted these two when we got to Castle Ravenloft. I mean,
And
that
look what's
worked out the
happened.
first time.
Mugen,
Hi.
you've started to turn. You don't have to stick with them. You can stay with us.
I'm very confused, and I feel like when Pest asked about who we are, it sounds like you are trapped here, but then there's someone else you're talking about that's not in this room, this group right now. So is there more? But then you also said everyone's dead. So who's not? Who's? And you keep saying we're dead, but I feel like I'm alive because I'm talking. So who's not dead and who's dead for real? For realsies.
Dandelion, what are you doing?
I don't know where I'm going, but this sure is exciting.
You get to this weird, completely jet black door with a rope sticking out of it.
My rope.
This doesn't look like a trap at all. I'm gonna pull the rope.
You're gonna pull the rope?
I guess I don't know what else
Give
to
me
do.
a strength check.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
That's a natural 20.
Hey, nice.
What? What is your strength?
An 8, so a -1, so it's a 19.
Oh my god. Mordenkainen leans to you. Pest. There's one last thing you can do to stop all of this. If you sacrifice yourself, we can fix this. But I need your magic to do so. You have to make the choice. I know my words were harsh, but there is a way to fix this. Your professor was making experiments using people like you, sacrificing them. That magic might be able to undo all of this, but you have to give in.
Pest is very torn, because he had begun to not super trust this dude. But then, I guess unsurprisingly, he brought up the professor and his experiments. Maybe an insight check? How do we feel about that?
Go ahead.
It's an 8. All right, fine.
Not a very insightful
Bunch
group
of
today.
No, we
Yeah,
are
we
not.
can't
All right. Pest sort of nods and says, or I don't know, bends in half a few times, and says, if that was the work that the professor was doing, if it was to save people, and if that is my purpose, then I suppose a couple of 100 years here in Barovia will have to be enough. But we have to be sure, Mordenkainen. If we failed before and 100 years have gone by, we have to be sure.
Just tell me that you will willingly sacrifice yourself. And he leans down.
Pest looks to his friends and says, I would, of course, willingly sacrifice myself to help my friends. I did not help before. I was there with the professor, but something happened and I didn't stop it. So if this is truly a second chance, who am I to try to avoid whatever is in store?
Mordenkainen leans down and his hand reaches out, and all of you see his hand slowly start wrapping around Pest.
Wait, now?
And then a bright shining light opens up in all of your faces to the left. As you hear this creaking of a door.
Oh no.
Dottie, you
What?
see a portal open up suddenly and light shines into the darkness. What do you do, Dottie? You see a death dog, a lot of Elmirage. You see an undead, some type of undead vampire, a squidling, a rat, and a pest talking to some invisible figure in the darkness.
Well, hi.
Don't
Y'all
listen
need
to
some
her.
help?
She's from Ravenloft. Don't talk to her. She's fake.
Can I hear that?
She's fake.
Can I hear that, or is that okay?
No, you don't hear any of that.
Okay, cool. I didn't think so.
Pest?
I
Go ahead and give yourself over, and all of this will end.
Am I in his hand?
You're very close to it.
I would like to not be. There is a live thing that's here that isn't a vampire, as far as I know. Would be a first.
If you do not wish to be in his hand, you
I
are
do
not
not.
in his hand.
Oh. Oh.
Pest, come back.
Um,
Pest, this is the only way. Do not pay attention to the dandelion.
hey
The
quick
dandelion
friend
is
huddle.
evil.
Wait, but you just said it. It was fake.
Yeah,
Oh.
quick huddle with not this person whose name I can't pronounce. I feel like this is a really big trap again, and then we're falling into a different trap. We just got out of one, so
Yes.
maybe let's look at the dandelion. And I want to run over to the portal and see if I can.
Mugen, the moment you start running over to the dandelion, the illusion completely disappears. You are not outside upstairs in Castle Ravenloft remotely. You still smell the smell of skin and clothing vats and everything. And you see this dandelion that just opened the entire door by itself. and the image of Mordenkainen just disappears as well, and it kind of happens around in a circle around all of you. None of this was real, but you do have a lot of El Mirage in the room.
Ugh,
Oh,
bring
phew.
him back.
Oh, hello.
Aha! Do y'all need some help here?
Probably. I feel like we just got tricked again, and I'm very confused.
Oh, that's great. Me too.
I've never seen a talking dandelion before. You're really strong for a flower.
I'm just lucky.
Well, we could definitely use some of that here. Our friend Pest is being asked to sacrifice himself to save us, but I feel like that's a little subjective because this invisible guy, his name's Mordenkainen, and he said we didn't save anyone, and like we killed all the vampires in the vats, but we didn't kill them, we locked them, but we did that to save us. We all saved each other, so I feel like it's, he's not totally correct.
Well, I didn't get really any of that, but this place is kind of creepy. So do you
Fair.
guys want to leave?
Yeah, I know it's a lot to take in. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
They all look really disheveled and like they've been through some shit. Like they do. Like they're like covered in dirt and slime and ooze and all kinds of things. But you heard the door close. They were only in there for about 60 seconds.
No.
Yeah. They look like they've been in there like 100 years.
No.
Kind of. Just from like sheer anxiety on all of their faces.
I mean,
They might have always been in there for all you know, but it's hard to tell. But you heard the door shut and you heard some words spoken, and then the crawling claw went up the stairs. You all noticed that everything looks exactly the same. Like it's the cloning vats are still like one, just the last cloning vat tips over and
Oh.
shatters on the ground. There's no body in it, but like this all recently happened.
Hey, everyone, I feel like we got tricked again. Like, is this for the third time? Was this also a puzzle? I don't think anything happened.
Did we get tricked?
Megan starts to cry a little bit.
Gail
Well,
was gonna
sorry.
go over and kind of like try and do that comforting thing. I don't know. Sometimes my dog likes when I hold the edge of her ear and I do this to it
Aw.
as like a soothing gesture. And Gail's gonna try and do that with his tiny little rat paw.
Sorry, did we get your name?
Well, me? My
Yes.
name's Dottie. So nice to make your acquaintance.
It's not often that we get to say this in Ravenloft, but likewise, it's nice to meet you.
Well, hold on, Dottie. You don't work for a big toad who's mean, or a vampire who's missing a couple of bones, or you don't work for anybody bad, do you?
But I'm a freelancer, so nope.
You haven't seen a giant toad? Sounds a little something like this when he talks.
No. But I did see this creepy claw thing that was talking to itself. I don't know what that was about.
Sorry, let's go back a bit. A claw. Now, look, I understand that I'm saying this as a worm, but a claw that spoke?
Well, yeah. But I don't know. I just went into my flower mode and I just waited for it to pass, and everything was fine.
Ha.
So, how much time has passed? I feel like I'm still not. How long were we in there for?
It's a large grandfather clock in the corner. The door, literally 1 minute has gone by
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
hand.
To be fair, it could be 1 minute and 100 years. For all I
Sure.
know, it doesn't have a year on the clock.
Well, it is Sprout's clock though, so he does have like a little one that kind of like tells the year as
There you
well,
go,
just
there
in
you go.
case he loses
Okay.
track.
Oh. I'm gonna need some time to process that, because I thought that I spent 100 years in that dark room with our own coffins with each other. So
to me.
I'm just gonna give me just 1 minute.
And Gale's gonna kind of scuttle off to a wall, and he's gonna press his forehead against the wall, and you're just gonna hear the tiniest little,
Oh no.
and he's just punching the wall and shouting, just like letting it out. But you probably would not be able to tell unless you were very close to him that that's what he's doing.
Est, you can give me an Arcana check.
Sure. It's a 10.
Go Team Familiar Quest.
Truly.
Yeah, you know that
That's
time
alright.
moves differently in the Shadowfell, but
Sure.
this
This is-
definitely starts. This feels like this all happened in your brains
Yeah. I will
in
say
the
it's,
darkness.
it's a neat trick, useful if not used nefariously. Squiddle and I really worked out a lot of things in 60 seconds. I did,
Maybe we should try to see where Tommy went and fight him.
Seems like a good starting place.
Because he's
Since-
bad.
Apparently, I will say the useful thing about Mordenkainen, or whoever he was he made it pretty clear that we are meant to stop Tommy. So now we know for sure. I mean, not that we didn't when he trapped us in the room, but at least we know he sort of seems to be perhaps a bit higher up in the organization than he led us to believe.
What about all the weird stuff that Whittle was saying? Was that when we were trapped and not that much time had really gone by, was that like something that somebody else was making us see? Was it something that where did that come from that Whittle was saying those things? Is that maybe a piece of a bigger puzzle?
I know it's a quote that Strahd always used to say, but I don't know specifically why Whittle will be saying that.
I begin to think that perhaps, I mentioned this before, but I think perhaps Strahd is not as gone as we would like to think, Squiddle. And it would make sense
Yeah.
if that Whittle was a construction of his, an illusion, an arcane creation of his, that it would speak like him in some ways.
Where are we right now, DM? Are we still in that room?
Yeah, you're in the cloning chamber.
Because we got. Oh.
I'd like to start sniffing to see if I can figure out where Tommy went.
Go ahead and give me a perception check
Oh, I don't
or
know.
investigation, whatever you want.
Yeah. -1 or +0. Let's do this. Cool. 7.
Go Team Familiar Quest. Go Team
Wow.
Familiar Quest.
trying to
We
do
haven't
it.
rolled
Nope,
above a
you
10
don't
yet,
smell
except
at
for
all.
Hope.
I try using my nose. I see that Mugen is doing that, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna try as well.
Okay, go ahead.
And I get advantage
Yes.
with my little sniffer, so let's not panic if the first roll's bad. You never know.
Well,
A natural 20.
Oh wow,
Woo!
yeah. You smell every little finger that touched the ground as Tommy the Toad, as a crawling claw, climbed up the stairs. You know exactly where Tommy is.
Gale is gonna hop up and down in a circle really quickly, like 2 or 3 times, and is gonna go,
Tommy, this way, up the stairs.
and he's gonna kind of like tilt his little head up, and so his nose is up in the air, and you can see it sniffing really, really fast.
Hey, DM, is my broom here?
It is.
Oh, incredible. Hey, broom, come here. If anyone wants a ride to go faster, Dottie, you seem real small, so maybe it's hard for you to go fast. You can hop on this broom. See, there's like a treasure chest attached to it with a rope that people can sit in. Then we can go get Tommy. I feel like that's the first thing we should do.
Right, let's go get Tommy. I don't know who that is, but I'm game.
Yeah, new friends.
Your friends.
Tommy's a betrayer. got a nice accent, but don't trust anything he says.
All right. Did we figure out if Tommy was his real name or not? Because now that we know that he's a betrayer, I don't mean to like generalize or anything, but Tommy's not really like a very threatening name. You know what I mean? Like I'm not really used to my betraying adversaries having names like Tommy. So are we thinking maybe that was he lied?
Oh, I've never been betrayed before, so I just assumed Tommy is a bad name. Now.
I mean, I certainly consider it not my favorite of names now. No offense to anyone named Tommy that's listening in Castle Ravenloft.
Okay, everyone in the room.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
fast.
There's just another clone room with just like 20 Tommies.
Just a single tear running
Yeah,
down.
exactly.
In the chamber. In the chambers. Just crying Tommies in the cloning chambers.
Oh.
You all hop onto it. A gnome squidling with tentacles hanging off its face that levitates jumps onto this large broom. A tiny rat, pest, whatever pest is, a very spiky
worm, yeah.
dandelion, and a death dog. And you zoom up the stairs. Are you in hot pursuit?
I think so.
How fast does the broom of flying go?
Oh boy. I don't know.
Way faster
let me
than any of
look
us.
at my inventory. It just says it's a flying speed of 50 feet, carry up to 400 pounds.
Okay. So like a lot of familiars. All right. So
Ooh.
you're moving at 50 feet and you start zooming through Castle Ravenloft just immediately. You go right up the stairs. You're going through like the main area, and you do see the footprints. The door is open for where all the vampires were locked up.
Oh no.
All the vampire clones.
Oh, we've got a bit of cleaning up to do once we're done with Thomas, I think.
And you zoom through and you see at the threshold a crawling claw making its way to the door.
Found him.
I
Yeah, go.
Oh, good.
No.
Okay. I jump off the broom and I bite.
All right.
I fetch to bring it back to the group.
1 second. Go ahead and roll some initiative. You jump off the room
Sure.
and you bite a crawling claw.
He looks like attacked me.
For heaven's sakes, these rolls.
I just rolled a 5, so
I got a 9. Okay.
20.
Hey,
All right,
it's you.
well.
Third nat 20 this game.
Okay. All right. I feel a little better about our RNG when at least some of the team gets above a 10.
All right. So Gail, what'd you get?
14.
Perfect. Mugen.
20.
Pest.
9.
Squiddle.
5.
Oh God. All right. Mugen, you are up first.
Dottie is Dottie
Oh,
part of this?
Oh, Dottie, I'm so sorry. Dottie, what is your initiative?
15.
All right, perfect. All right. Mugen, what are you doing? You are attacking. Go ahead and make an
Well-
attack roll against the crawling claw.
Yes, and I would like to state that my intention is not to eat the claw because I feel like that has resulted in some bad things happening in this storyline. So I'm trying just to pick it up and bring it back to the group because it seems like it's a little. Okay, but I will use my bite attack. So that is a double attack.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12.
Or sorry, not 12. That's a 12 plus 6. 18. My brain.
Oh, 18. That's an 18. 18 hits.
Okay, great. So the other one definitely hits, and then 4. That is 8 plus 8 is 16 points of damage.
Okay. Perfect.
And I don't know how far away it is, but I'd like to bite it twice, I guess, because I have 2 heads, and then sort of
Okay.
try to pull it back to the group if I can.
Okay, so you're biting it a second time.
Yeah, so I rolled for both just now.
Okay, you did. So total of 16 points of damage. Yet you just dig in and you're trying to grapple with the hand is very heavy. And as you're biting into it, you taste very familiar undead flesh. This is definitely the severed hand of Strahd von Sarovich. And you can
I turn
taste the
around.
dried blood inside of it.
Hey everyone, just this is Strahd's hand. It's definitely still around. This is Strahd's hand. But I bit it. I got it.
What's
Good
your
job, Mugen.
what's your armor class?
16.
Okay.
My ass good.
No reason. Yeah, that hits. One of the claws, the finger just joints its index finger and moves backwards like a scorpion's tail. And you hear the knuckles crack as it does so and stabs at you.
What?
Um,
Like it pokes me real hard.
Yeah, it pokes you real hard for 16 points of piercing
Hey,
damage.
real hard. Did it rear back and then go forward to give it Mensa?
Yeah. It's just its finger just went just all the way back and then went stabbed into you.
And you just hear him go, huh? Oh, it's very pointy. Oh.
And it is now trying to crawl on you. Can you give me an athletics check? Opposed.
Yes. It is 8. I'm really good at that. Why did I make it so
The
hard?
claw has now grappled on top of you and is
Aw.
crawling on top of one of your heads at this moment and is digging its nails into your skull at this moment.
Cool. I am definitely handling this situation. It's gonna be fine, everybody.
And you take another
Okay.
9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you see this claw just jumping on top of one of Mugen's heads, just digging its claws in the entire time. Gale,
God.
you are up.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna start by raging. I think I'm seeing that happen to Mugen. Definitely, there's a rage building up inside of Gale right now.
Okay.
I am going to use my Wild Surge. Look at me remembering to use things.
Proud of you.
Thank you so much. I'm really trying. So let me see. I'm rolling to see what the effect is. 2. Okay, so that is something. For some reason, my dice borked, and now I can't. Oop. Cool. Okay. I can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that I can see, and I can use this effect again on each of my turns as a bonus action.
Perfect. Yeah. Do you feel kind of the wild magic inside of you just kind of swirl, and you get the sense that you can suddenly kind of bamf around the room as you can kind of see through the ethereal plane for a moment.
I would so is this still in your mouth right now, Mugen? And then it's like ripped around like that? Or did
It's
it leave?
crawled out of her mouth and walked around her head, is now on top of her head, digging its nails into her skull.
2 heads, to be clear. One's totally fine.
Yeah, one head's totally
Okay.
fine.
Ooh, okay. I would like to use that little teleport then to get right behind it.
Okay.
Can I see, would it be possible to maybe roll a perception to see if there's any spot on it that looks like it might be a little more susceptible to being stabbed?
You can certainly try.
Okay. Let's see. We've been rolling great today, so you
Yeah,
never
no.
know.
Yeah, so
This could end up being very helpful. It did not end up being very helpful.
Perfect.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
it
you
did!
don't-
Oh, 23. I'm sorry. It looked like it was going to land on 7, but it was 17. 23.
It is still a severed hand, so you're not sensing any vulnerable bits though. So unfortunately, yeah, it is a former vampiric hand that was once Laura Barovia attacking you.
I'm going to pop up behind it then. I assume kind
Okay.
of like at the nape of Mugen's neck, maybe.
Perfect.
As long as that's within striking range.
Yeah.
And then I would like to stab it.
Okay, go ahead and stab it.
Thank you.
You need a 14.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Perfect. Wow. Okay. You got a
Ooh, that's
14, just barely.
14.
Just squeaked by.
Okay.
Get it because you're a
Um,
rat.
I got that. That was a good one. And since we last leveled up, I get 2 attacks per action. Should I roll that other one first and then do damage to see if the other one hits?
Go any way you want.
Okay. I will do that then. Let's see. 2 in a row. 2 in a row.
Perfect.
I don't know why my dice is being like. Oh, there we go. Okay.
No, that's a miss.
Never mind. Okay, so just
You
1.
got 11.
Still good. Still good. Nobody panic.
D&D Leap Beyond likes to keep us all on the edge of our seat with these rolls.
It's moving in like slow motion just for dramatic effect. Okay, so I want to make sure. Okay, so 1d8 plus 6 is 7, and then I get a plus 2 because I'm raging, and then a plus 2 for my feet, so that's 11.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you just and you're just using your rapier. So the entire time it's trying to parry you with one of its other fingers, and you're like just stabbing at it in between its like a couple of its knuckles this entire time as it's trying to find like more secure location, trying to use like cover on top of Mugen as well. Just wandering all over Mugen.
Gale's gonna stab at it and is gonna shriek,
Get off of her! Leave her alone!
and he's gonna.
Pest? Now everybody
Uh,
understanding you all seem to be upset. I'm not quite sure how you got outside of the room so quickly. I'd love to hear the story about that, but perhaps we can all talk this out. Find some kind of, some kind of common ground on everything. We worked out before. We can work out again.
We did not get out quickly. You know very well we were in there for 100 years. Is it still on top of Mugen?
I don't know what you're talking about. You were just in there for a few seconds. I don't know how you got out so fast.
But those Almirage made it feel like 100 years. Is it still on top of Mugen?
Oh yeah, 100%. And Mugen, you hate it because it's like talking in your ear. The feeling like its talking mouth is somewhere right here in the palm.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
horrific. I thought the
The vampire
Pan's
hunting
Labyrinth
thing?
eye was bad. No. Okay. Yeah, no, kill it with fire, and then we can decide to talk to it later, I guess.
Who doesn't like a hand mouth? Just
If we had episode titles, that would be this one.
Hand
I will. Actually, you know what I would like to do is get over towards where Mugen and Gale are, and you can decide if this makes any sense. But since I'm little, what I would love to do is try and thunder wave it off of Mugen. Just
Okay,
like,
go ahead.
blow
Yeah.
things off my wall.
I mean, Mugen's
Oh,
gonna get hit
yes.
too.
Yeah, how bad's Mugen
Well-
looking? Because the other option is to heal Mugen.
I get 27. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll be first level. It's more about pushing it off than.
You've probably very rarely seen Mugen hurt too bad. Well, you have seen Mugen hurt pretty bad, but that was electrocution.
right. So yeah, I need a Constitution saving throw, please, and I will try and thunder wave him off of Mugen's head.
Do I have to roll it?
What's the save?
Yeah, you do. It's a Constitution save
All
for
of us
both
roll,
of you.
okay.
And
21.
what's the
That's
number?
fine. What a good question. The number 16. No, I don't like that layoff. What's
It
the matter?
just pops off of Mugen's head
Oh,
and just
great.
like slams in like down the drawbridge. This is kind of like sliding and has to use its claws to kind of drag to save itself from dropping into the ravine.
I love that. All right. It does do some damage. So where's my? Here we go.
Okay.
It does 8 thunder damage, and so 4 for Mugen. But the point was to get it off. So
Perfect. Squiddle, what are you doing?
I think I'm also going to cast Thunderwave, but I'm going to use Sculpt Spell so that it doesn't hurt anyone to hopefully push the hand off the edge into the ravine, since you mentioned that it's pretty close to falling off.
Okay, you gotta move over to it to cast it. It did move 10 feet, so it's now technically 10 feet away from everyone else.
With Thunderwave, you can hit each creature in a 15-foot cube.
15
So
foot
would I
yeah.
need to move closer to it still?
I will allow it.
Okay. So I don't know, team. Because if it drops into the ravine, we didn't destroy it. We just kind of put a pin in it.
Hey, does anyone have some rope to restrain it with?
I know where we can find some. I'm going to use Agonazar's Scorcher. I'm still using Sculpt Spell,
Okay, go ahead.
and that's a dex save of 13. If it does not save, the damage will be 28.
Takes 20 points. of
just so
fire
much damage.
Hopefully, it's not totally
Good
dead.
God.
Oh no.
It just the crawl. Now, hey, now you don't need to be casting so many spells. Oh God! The claw just erupts in flame and just starts burning and melting, and just kind of crawls
Yeah.
up like a spider. Just wrinkles up
Fair enough.
and starts burning on the drawbridge.
Is it dead?
I don't know. Is it?
I have to tell you, I'm very torn between putting it out and not.
How do you destroy a vampire? Does anyone know? Is it this stuff, the fire?
It's a
Is that
touchy
enough?
subject around here, but usually it's usually it takes us a stake. to
Dottie,
the heart.
we totally skipped you. What are you doing?
Well, now I don't need to do anything. Right?
Well, you could question it.
While it
I
burns.
got some questions for you.
We are still in initiative,
that
Dottie. What do you want to do?
Well, I'll do what I was gonna do. I'm going to hop off and kind of jauntily walk towards it and just say, "Hey, now, can you answer a few questions for me?" And I'm gonna cast Charm Monster if it is a monster. If not, I'll Charm Person.
What are the restrictions on Charm Monster?
You attempt to charm a creature you see within range. You must make a Wisdom saving throw. And does so with advantage if you and your companions are fighting it. So it would have advantage.
I'm going to allow it. Wait. Ah, no! Sorry, something went wrong. Dice, you can go away now. Son of a bitch. What was the DC?
14 Wisdom.
The hand still burning just kind of stops and like stands up. It was faking. And is still smoldering and looks at you. Why, hello there. Oh, oopsie. No, I thought I was dead. But but maybe I wasn't. Hi. Do you want to be my friend?
Well, I don't know about that. Really, yes, probably no. But you know, we could well, I don't really have any questions. Does anybody have any questions for this speaking hand?
But you aren't we friends now? You seem like a very nice
I mean,
dandelion. I think I spied you there in the stairwell. I was wondering why such a very pretty dandelion was just sitting there in the stairwell in Castle Ravenloft.
Shucks. Yeah. Well,
Still
you
on
know,
fire. Smoke.
we can be friendly, but I just don't know you well enough to be your friend yet. Maybe if you answer a couple questions, we could be friends.
Absolutely. All these people around you right here, they were actually trying to murder me. And I'm almost dead, and it's very scary. They stole this entire kingdom from the person I used to be connected to, who is very much dead. That's not a lie. I'm just this claw. So anyways, I'm just trying to, think about it. Like, do you remember your parents, like mommy and daddy dandelion?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So much like how you're a seed and you fly in the ground, you become your own thing, your own dandelion. I am much my own thing as well. I was cut unjustly so by a horrible, monstrous gnome named Whittle. Tore me clean off of Strahd's arm, and I've been trying to find my way back home ever since. So here I am in Ravenloft, trying to just reclaim the castle that is rightfully mine. It's part of my heritage. I've been around this castle for a very long time. Granted, I was attached to a limb at that time, but this is still my home. Been my home for a very long time. So these interlopers, Death Dog and the Rat, and I don't know what that wormy thing is, it tried to take it all from me. So it's really, especially the Squiddle thing. Not quite sure what that's about.
Well, Mr. Hand, it started out that I was charming you, but you ended up charming me. You guys.
Well, that's so sweet.
That doesn't sound very nice. Did you really, he's kind of got a point.
No, we were nice to him. Squiddle gave him a job. We set out on an adventure that we included him in because we trusted him, and he locked us in that room with coffins with our names on it, and used to be a big toad, and now he's a hand, and we thought we were in there for 100 years, and I'm pretty sure he laughed menacingly when he left too. He's lying. He's preying on your kind and welcoming sensibilities. Don't let him.
I don't know. That doesn't sound very convincing. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of have to stand with the hand here.
That's a very admirable thing to do, and I'm glad that we can part ways. You know what? I'm not even angry at all of you. It's time to go. I think this dandelion and I are just going to head down the road, and I think, all's fair, really. But I would like my home back, so I will be coming back for it.
Well, hey, my name's Squiddle, and you said some kind of mean things about Whittle, who I have a pretty tight bond with, and she was the one who killed your physical form, but for good reason.
It wasn't my physical form. It was the person I was attached to. My name is not Strahd. I'm Tommy.
All right, Tommy. You said that you want your home back, but do you want the job?
Well, yes, I do. But part of the job is, let's not talk about the details. Dandelion, how about you and I head down the road and we just regroup? These are all very nefarious people. We gotta be careful. They'll talk you into a bad situation. You saw they set me on. I'm still on fire, frankly. That's terrible. That's a smell.
Well, I mean, I have no reason not to. I don't know these people.
Right, but
I've got a bunch of lovely friends down in a well that you should meet. You will enjoy your time with them.
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
Oh, you don't know us,
That's
but you
what
know
we
the
thought.
hand you met 30 seconds ago. We've known you longer than you know the hand.
A whole minute and 30 seconds at this point.
I mean, to be fair, I did meet him first.
But I think the well is where the familiars go to die. So I don't think you want to die.
All right, all right here.
All right.
All right, I'm
Well,
gonna
first off, don't talk to them. Talk to the hand, okay?
Is this whole campaign just so you could make that joke?
Oh, boy. I'm
I wouldn't
just taking
put it
so much
past
like
myself.
Yeah. Look, I don't know you. You seem very kind and incredibly helpful, and I would simply remind you that we were the ones who were trapped in a room with a bunch of horned rabbits and a terrifying facsimile of my friend's former self for what we thought was 100 years. Now, you say what you will about what we've done in our past, but that seems, I don't think a good person traps people for 100 years with Almirage and a creepy, gnome illusion.
I don't really truck with Elmirage. I don't know what you're talking
okay,
about.
to be fair, that one was on me. But still, the Whittle
You
thing
summoned
was
a bunch of
very
Elmirage?
creepy.
See, their story isn't straight. They summoned a whole bunch of Elmirage while
I
they
can't
were in
argue
the
with that.
dark place that they were trapped in. Perhaps they want bunnies to torture, just to whittle the time away.
All right. I have a question. All right. The four of you. What is your purpose for killing this kind hand, and what were you gonna do after you did it?
Squiddle, do you want to take this one?
Okay, that's how do I explain this? So,
Yeah.
the thing that the hand is tied to is the reason I want to kill it, because this hand has caused nothing but problems for us, and Strahd was responsible for kidnapping my friend. So I kind of had to kill him. But then with that, my other form, Whittle, became Lord of Barovia. And Squiddle looks back at this hand and says, "You know what? I think communication is key here, and we need transparency. So I think you ought to go right to the source. And I'm gonna summon undead again and get Whittle in on this conversation." If you'll allow it.
Look.
I think that's a good moment to take a break.
Yeah.
We'll be back in about 5 minutes, everybody. We're just going to take a real quick break to do our things, or maybe the Dungeon Master to think about
Do
the
our
implications
things.
of some things. I don't know. Who can say?
Gotta
Thank you
chew
for
that one
sticking
over.
with us.
Yes, thank you. We'll be back
Thanks
in
for
a few.
talking to the hand. We'll be right back. welcome back, everyone, to a familiar quest. I bet you have some questions, and we got a lot of questions for the hand. So we go. So what is happening at this moment?
I don't know.
Is Tommy the Hand is talking to the dandelion right now, Dottie, trying to make just trying to calm everything down. Like I said, everybody, you don't have to go keep on fighting. You fought admirably. So that you felt like you were in that room longer than you would. I completely understand that. You know, some people get claustrophobic and they panic a bit. They think maybe they were in a place for 100 years. You know, I don't know that's necessarily true. It's a very dark place and very connected to the Shadowfell. So, you know, the darkness down there can play all kinds of head games on you. But, you know, you have to understand this is my home. This is where I live. I lived here for hundreds upon hundreds of years. And if Strahd himself was land, then I am certainly at least 5 acres. I don't know why that worm's laughing. It's not funny.
Well,
Two knuckles raise up.
yeah.
Judgy.
Oh, wait, no, that's
Judgy.
that's
They
that.
call me Judgy Knuckles.
They call me Judgy.
No, that's that thing where you can buy like the square foot of land to become the lord.
Yeah, something like that.
Surely, Squiddle, you could spare 5 acres. Maybe out near Kresk.
I'm gonna go ahead and summon undead now.
Oh, right.
You summon an undead. It is this undead creature. What if not? What would you summon? Like pop out?
Oh, geez. Well. A werewolf?
No, it's undead. It's undead. It's not werewolf.
I
You
don't
get
know.
an undead werewolf. An undead
Well,
werewolf
it wasn't
just appears
there-
on the drawbridge
Horrifying.
next to Tommy. Just missing like half its face. Just recently killed by some werewolf hunters, and it's just like zombified and just starts snarling at Mugen.
Oh, what? Are you friends with Squiddle?
I didn't mean to summon that. I just thought of the first
Well, you
thing
know,
that came to mind.
this isn't helping your case. I'm just saying.
It's fair
Dude,
point.
this is the kind of thing they do. She just summoned a werewolf. I don't even know if that werewolf might have even been alive before she summoned it. Now look at it. It's, I mean, they're already
Well,
in two places. They're already got 2 different halves, and this one
important-
has even now it's a third.
important point of clarification. Whittle at one point was an undead werewolf.
That is true. This is not little.
Sure.
Okay. I figured I would try.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is that you just summoned this thing and this creature could not be more disarmed right now. And I mean that.
Mhm.
Okay, well, counterpoint. We could have attacked it again at any point during this conversation, and we're not doing that because we're trying to talk to you so you can understand where we're coming from. That's gotta count in our favor at least a little, right? If we were ruthless, awful creatures, wouldn't we have just continued to attack it and not stopped to have a civilized conversation?
Well, yeah, but counterpoint. Tommy's doing that too.
Counterpoint. I didn't think of what I was going to say before I said that, but I still disagree.
What if,
Hey,
Tommy, would you accompany us into the castle?
Well, I don't know that I trust you.
It's fair enough, but you have your
you've got a threatening
protector.
tone about you.
No, not at all. I simply want to show Dottie around a bit. Let her see the sights of Ravenloft.
I didn't have anything to do with nothing.
No. And you know, we will, white flag, détente, what have you, while we just go inside for a bit.
Can someone please put me out though?
Oh.
I am still on fire.
Terribly sorry. the temptation to put him out with an ice knife.
Mugen goes over and just like puts her paws like this to put the flames out.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm so
Unusually kind of the fact that you just stuck your teeth right through my. Ow! That's enough. All right, I'm out.
Because you tried to hurt my friend, so I decided to try to hurt you. That was my logic.
Okay.
But I know we're talking again now, and that's kind of I don't understand what's happening.
Well, communication is key, and like I said, you all may enter my home.
And I that's excellent. Thank you. We shall enter your home and view your rooms and your possessions within them. Let's go.
Are we
I
gonna
detect
bring the
thoughts.
werewolf?
You detect what? There's still
I
a drooling undead
did forget
werewolf
about that.
hovering
on
all
the hand.
over you, and to you, as familiars, this might as well be like an ice giant. tall.
Right.
Like, just like slobber is like, and like
gross.
a tooth falls and like hits the drawbridge.
Can I detect thoughts on the hand?
On the hand?
I can do.
Is there you can detect surface thoughts?
Yeah, it's a wisdom 13 save.
1 second. Okay, you detect some surface thoughts. How far does detect thoughts go for like what you can get?
Well, it says if you detect surface thoughts, you can choose to probe deeper, and then it actually makes the wisdom save.
Okay, you're trying to probe deeper.
Yes.
Right. So what are you trying to get at?
I'm trying to figure out if this hand is lying to us, and I'm pretty sure it is. I think it's another trap.
It is debating whether it needs to kill all of you. It has no bad feelings towards Dottie the Dandelion, but it is in its nature it wants to kill.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna send a message to Dottie and say, I just used magic on this hand. I'm sorry. I didn't ask if I could like get inside your head first. This is something I can do telepathically. I just wanted to let you know in secret that this hand totally intends on killing all of us. And I really wouldn't trust it. It's trying to manipulate you right now and all of us.
Oh, I can return that, but she won't be able to reply back.
It's telepathic. It's actually a telepathic link, so it's not
Okay.
message.
Oh, okay.
Well, all right then. I'll trust you. But what do you suppose we do then? Should we kick him while he's down? Pew, right now. Just get him while he's got his guard down.
I think that's a good idea, but maybe if we could like restrain him and like contain him and then make him tell us where Strahd's body is, because the only way that you could kill a vampire is by putting a stake through its heart, and this hand I'm pretty sure doesn't have a heart. It's pretty heartless.
All right. Well, I'm really confused about all this, but I'm game. I'm here for it. Let's do something.
I'm gonna go over to where is everyone standing right now?
You're all on the drawbridge.
Have we started walking in yet?
It's up to you. Otherwise, you're just having this conversation on a 6 foot plank that's about 20 feet long above a ravine where you will imminently die. So,
With an undead werewolf.
yeah, with an undead werewolf just sitting
Wait,
there wondering
what
why
are-
he's been summoned.
Oh,
Well, no, he's not really wondering anything. Don't worry.
So could we make use out of the undead werewolf? Like, could Could the werewolf grab this hand and contain
You are
it?
in control of the undead creature
go.
that you have summoned.
Oh, excellent. I will do that then.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What? Where is the big hairy thing trying to grab me for? What? I thought we were all being friends here and going to talk.
Oh, we're going to talk. I don't trust you any more than I can throw you. I can actually throw you pretty far, but
have it make an attack roll against Tommy.
what do I roll for that? Just a
You
D20?
should have the stats for summon undead.
Okay.
If you do damage, he'll no longer be charmed.
Just a grapple.
Oh.
Just FYI.
Oh.
But we're just.
Well, I don't want to. I don't
just
want to damage
grappling
him.
him, right?
I just want to grab him, hold him, contain him.
Call him my Fluffy.
He will allow you to grab him. Okay, so the undead werewolf
Okay.
grabs him. He's like, "That's fine, as long as he doesn't squeeze or anything. We're all friends here."
As long as you don't say anything he doesn't like.
See, that doesn't sound like a friendly thing to say, does it, then, Dottie?
You know what? I'm just along for the ride now.
You're walking into Castle Ravenloft.
Yes,
There is a undead werewolf. Half of it is missing, holding the hand of Strahd, walking. As you're walking next to it, a hovering squidling, a rat with a sword that is unusually buff. You've got a dandelion skipping behind you, a worm inching its way also on the drawbridge, and a death dog with a single unicorn type horn and also a flying broom following
Yes,
it.
thank you.
Important.
Please don't
And
forget
you
my
all
important
enter
friends.
Castle Ravenloft.
Excellent.
What is this show?
Many people have asked me. I take full responsibility, but none of it.
Yeah,
We're,
no.
we're having to be resourceful and get scrappy with the undead werewolf.
I would love to try and guide us towards the room where we found all the dead pests.
Okay.
I don't know that Gale burned all the papers, but I am hoping that there is some evidence of nefarious deeds in there, and that's why Pest was so excited when Tommy was like, "Yeah, you can go into my home." Okay, so everything in there's yours. Excellent.
All right, you get up to that room. Do you open the door?
Well, no.
So there's this big laboratory, and there's you Dottie, you walk up the spires of Castle Ravenloft, and there's kind of an invisible door, but you see through the illusion because everyone around you also knows there's an illusion there, and you see this kind of large steel door that they've all brought you to, and the werewolf is still sitting there drooling. How long is this werewolf here? Forever. River.
I think it's. I don't know.
I think it's like an hour.
I think so too, but I'm not sure.
1 hour concentration. 1 hour.
Yep, it's just sitting there drooling, holding Tommy. Well, I almost feel like my old self again. Really, I mean, it's interesting to be this tall.
Would you, since this is your home, would you like to let us into this room?
Well, I've not been in charge of this home for a very long time. That's been the Lord of the Barovia. Whittle and Pest have been in control of Castle Ravenloft for the last 100 years. So tell me, what is behind this door?
Well, we've only just discovered it, you see. Only very recently. I don't... Squiddle, you were surprised as I was to find it.
Yeah, it's a secret room, and we've been here for a very long time and never knew about it. It's that terrible nightmare that everyone has about that secret room in your house.
I mean, it's truly impressive. Dottie, I'm sure you could tell the magic hiding it when we approached. It's really an impressively well-hidden place. I'm happy to do the honors if you don't want to, Tommy.
No, by all means.
Certainly. Come on, RNG. I would like to cast Dispel Magic on the door first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I rolled a 21, so anything 11th level and lower spell-wise should be dispelled.
All right, yeah. You sense magic has dissipated from the door itself, and there
Great.
are multiple magical traps attached to it.
I did not think this through. I don't know how I'm going to now actually physically open the door, but I suppose I'll,
Oh, why? Is it locked?
Well, it's certainly not trapped anymore. Would you like to have Pest is just sort of down, like spines waving in the direction of the doorknob far ahead.
All right. Well, last time I did this in this castle, something bad happened. So, yeah, it's okay. We'll try it. All right, here we go. Casting knock.
Oh, right.
You cast knock, and the iron door slowly slides open.
That is incredibly useful.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see this very large laboratory. There is an open cabinet. Lots of burnt paper everywhere. There's almost no paper at all in here, but lots of remnants of paper that have been set on fire. And an open cabinet filled with tiny little worms, a lot like Pest, all in little jars, all shriveled up. Just hundreds of dead bodies of these tiny worms, all in vials.
Would you care to explain the use of this room, Tommy?
So, some kind of worm collection. It's kind of weird. It's not really my thing. Some people collect butterflies. And, you yourself are just as pretty as a butterfly, I think, Pest.
Well, now
Maybe
we
one
know
day you'll
he's
become
lying.
one.
I don't know. I guess is he lying? Can I insight? Does he really not know what's up here? Because now I don't know whether it was Strahd or him, and I'm confused again.
Go ahead.
It's such a... Just 7!
No. Percy, no, I felt that rage.
You know what? I will take it, though,
Wow.
because I got my good roll on the Dispel Magic, so we didn't blow up, so I'll take it.
I don't know. Dottie, if I may, I'm still in the hands of this giant undead werewolf. They just brought you to a big creepy room full of jars where they've put what appears to be a bunch of familiars in jars.
And
I'd
you
be
would
I'd
like...
be really careful right now.
You would like Dottie to believe that I and Squiddle would willfully work together to imprison and suck dry this many of my brethren.
Well, you seem to be the only one that's alive.
Because we were trapped for 100... that doesn't hold water anymore.
So you were in charge of this castle, you and this squidling. And there's a room full of a bunch of your own kind in jars. But over the course of 100 years, somehow that you never came to harm. Suspicious, Dottie. Suspicious behavior from our worm friend here.
Wait a second, but isn't this your castle?
No, it's supposed to be, yeah, absolutely. But I haven't been in charge for a very long time.
Were you in charge when this room was in use?
Not that I believe so, no. We didn't.
Oh.
Not a lot of people lived here. In fact,
Oh.
no one lived here. I'm
Okay.
undead.
So I just want to make sure I'm understanding this right. So when you say not that I'm aware of, it's okay that you weren't aware that something might be in the castle, but when it's them two, it's unbelievable they were unaware of it.
Well,
Okay, Mr. Double Standard.
They
You
certainly
hear that,
are
Dottie? You hear that
saying-
logic? Poking
That-
holes through
They're
it.
certainly saying that they were unaware. I'm saying that maybe they might have had inkling.
And we're saying the same about you.
We seem to be at impasse. Dottie, I think we should go. It's the safest bet. Or they
Not
should
going
go.
anywhere.
I don't know. She seems like a dangerous dandelion.
She opened that door rather quickly. It's really more than I can say.
Yeah. Well, Dottie, do you think you're gonna go with the hand, or will you stay with us?
I mean,
There's probably a
Uh.
third option that's a better one, but I don't know what it is right now.
all right. am still thinking it over.
How long does Charm Monster last?
Let me check real quick. Charm Monster.
So it just regards you as a friend.
1 hour. Yeah, just friendly. Yeah.
To you or everyone?
To me.
Oh.
Yeah. God, it's these spells.
Dottie, where are you from, by the way?
Well, I'm from Neverwinter Wood. So, you know, the woods in Neverwinter.
Well, I've never been there myself, I have to say, but that sounds lovely. Well, how did you find yourself in this lovely dark place? Not a lot of
Well-
dandelions just hanging around.
Well, there I was, playing my flute, and I was just getting a little too into my song, and bam! I was here.
That's
I
how it
wasn't paying
happens.
attention. That's not how it happens?
No, that's how it happens. Yeah, no,
That's how it
100%.
happens.
Sometimes you just play a lute and then the mists take you.
Yeah.
I think we were meant to be. You and I are meant to be friends.
Well, to be fair, Gale and I were also sent here through Misty Mists also. So is there a reason that this place kidnaps nice little familiars for no reason?
I don't see a connection.
Feels like there's a pattern because there's at least 3 of us that happened to.
It's very similar to my story, just much longer ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Could.
All right. Hang on now. I've got this.
Thank goodness, because we don't.
Tommy, I want you to tell me the truth.
Zone of truth.
what's the save?
It's gonna be a charisma 14.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the truth of the matter is one day, it was a lovely day. I remember very vividly. I was just sitting there, and Straw was having a glass of red blood, just enjoying the day. And then this tiny gnome came in, this monstrous gnome named Whittle, and they got into a scuffle, set the entire castle on fire. And then Strahd attempted to kill her, and at that moment, she teleported away. Hand included. Me. Separated forever from Ravenloft. Alone. Tossed in a bag. And several adventures happened after that. Just me juggling around in a bag. No one asking me how I'm doing. Everyone making like funny gags like, ooh, look, we have Strahd's hand. Oh, it's funny, isn't it? Yeah. I'm away from my home. I'm away from the person from the very person that put blood in my veins. But one day I found myself back here. And then I determined that I'm a very interesting character. And they suggested to me, he was the elder brain, that we start severing the connection between all familiars and their masters and start replacing those familiars. And once we got done doing that and spying on all the wizards, the warlocks, and all the other spellcasters, we'd replace those spellcasters. And then, well, we'd pretty much take care of everything. He's a very smart man, the elder brain. Very, very smart man. It's too bad that we lost Strahd. And I mourn his passing. He's a part of me. And I was a part of him. And so I took about the good work of luring familiars into the mists and finding them and separating themselves, dispelling their magic and their essence. And then we would replace them, send them back through the mist into the prime material plane. And that's how we've been doing it. We've replaced hundreds now. Wow, I seem very open today. This is something about you.
See, I told you, Dottie.
Dottie.
He's evil.
But you know how that is. You can understand that, listen, the world is chaos. We're just trying to make it a little bit less chaotic by replacing all the familiars. And that gives us a better idea of what everyone else is doing.
I have made up my mind. And it is
You've
not to
decided
go
to
with
jo-
you.
Oh, wait. Hold what? No. You should join me.
What
This
you're
is a
doing
good-
to familiars is not very good. I don't agree with it, and so you're going down. By us familiars.
Can I bite him again?
Yes,
he
you may.
starts. Okay. Here
Yeah.
we go again.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
We're
the-
like
the
in this
werewolf-
tiny room. Yeah, werewolf.
Werewolf is still
my
holding
God,
him.
Werewolf
I think
is
so. I'm
still
gonna just
holding him.
control the werewolf to like still hold on to the hand, but lower
So
it low enough so
strange.
Mugen can just bite it.
Okay, there's gonna be an opposed strength check. This
Yeah,
is
I'll
not
probably
gonna
roll
be
something.
very impressive. Go ahead. What's the strength on your summon undead?
I'm starting to talk like Mugen now. I do not know. Where would I?
It's in the spell. All right.
Is it 13? I think it's 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go roll a 1d20 and then add the modifier. So +1.
Five.
All right. We have initiate combat. Tommy has wriggled out of the hands of the evil undead werewolf and has hit the ground.
Fair enough.
That's what
Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah.
Actually, if you want to keep the initiative we had before, we can do that.
I mean, I prefer to use my new roll, but I could continue using the 5.
All right. Go ahead and tell me, Mugen, what'd you get? 15?
15. Yep.
Dottie.
Natural 20 for a 22.
Oh my god.
Okay. Dottie's like,
Oh,
you
twice.
tricked me and now I'm pissed.
Gale.
Oh no, Gale.
5.
5.
Excellent, Gale.
Thanks.
Pest.
I got you, Gale. 6.
High five in the back.
Hey, bud.
Squiddle.
18.
Perfect. And
Oh, boy.
19. Good God. All right. Mugen. Wait, Mugen, what'd you say? You got 22?
15. No, that was.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was,
15. Okay. That was
Dottie.
from last time.
Can I roll initiative for the werewolf? No, never mind. I think I'll just dispel it.
All right. Dottie, what would you like to do?
Oh boy. You know, I've really got myself into this one now, but it's all right.
She's gonna go.
Oh, wait. You don't have to do it. We can just be friends.
Blade ward on myself.
Okay.
So until the end of my next turn, I have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And then as a bonus action, I am going to use unsettling words. So
Dottie's just like, you know what? I don't think that you're very confident in what you're doing. I think you're scared.
And I'm going to roll a 1d8, and
Okay.
the creature must subtract that number rolled from its next saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, and that is, oh, hello.
Squiddle.
Roll. It's going to be a 7.
Perfect. And what are you doing, Squiddle?
I mean, Squiddle already knows that this thing really can't die, but just on principle, she's going to cast Agonize Our Scorcher again using Sculpt Spell.
Okay, what's the dexterity saving throw?
13.
-7.
Hey.
Oh wow, you needed it. Got brought down to a 10.
Oh, thank you.
Roll the damage.
That's going to be 10.
Okay. 10 points of damage.
Oh, I apologize. I wasn't rolling for a level 3. I rolled level 2. It should have been 48. Is it okay if I re-roll again? I can
Go
keep.
ahead.
So that one's a 21.
Okay. Now everyone stop. Everyone, this can be fine. And thumb burns clean off.
Ooh.
I know when you first got here, I know times have been rough, but we don't have to. This doesn't have to be the end. Just doesn't have to be this way. We can be friends. All live here in the castle together. It's gonna be okay. And I've totally not summoned all of the cranium rats from the Elder Brain. So I'm gonna let you know, let me go right now, or this entire place will become infested with hordes of aberrations. You have a choice. Let me go, or you're about to enter into a war.
So, if we shut the door in this room, you telling me these little aberrations can get in here?
Oh, they'll find their way. They're very clever.
Squiddle, there is a hole in the wall that leads into this room. They'll get in.
Oh, that's right.
I heard that.
That's right. That's
So the
how
Elder
Gail, that's
Brain
how
hears
Gail
it
got in
too.
there.
The Elder Brain's inside my head, if I had one.
Ah,
Hmm.
I do have a lot of questions about that.
Mugen.
Hi. A bite. And I will
Okay.
do
go.
my double
bite.
bite attack. I don't even know this is the right thing I should be doing. Okay, that's a 21, and the second one misses.
Perfect.
So that is 6, 7, 8, 9 total damage for one bite.
Perfect.
And I think I do
Next
that
one?
thing where I bite and I sort of just like shake it around. The second one misses.
Okay. Yeah, you bite it, shake it around. Ow, no. That's not nice. Ow. It's just flapping
I'm trying
in
to
the
hurt
air.
my friends.
Pest.
Oh man, I have so many questions and I'm nervous about the rats, but I'm also very angry. So I'm gonna moonbeam the hand.
Oh my god.
Heals
What is
the
the
rats.
radius on Moonbeam?
It is
try to
a
get out of the way.
10-foot cylinder, so not huge.
Okay.
I
I'll
think it's a
have
10-foot
thrown it a little
diameter. Yeah. Let me
Gotcha.
make sure
My
that's
hands.
true. Yeah, 5-foot radius, 10-foot diameter circle or cylinder.
What's
and
the
it's-
dexterity?
It's a Constitution 16.
And
And
go and roll
if-
your damage.
I don't know whether or not this hand currently counts as a shapeshifter, but if it does, it's got disadvantage on the save.
Oh man, it does.
Oh, how interesting. If it fails to save, things are about to get real weird, y'all.
Okay, it failed its save.
Interesting. Okay, so it takes 13 radiant damage and reverts to its true form.
What is
I
its
swear.
true
I
form?
have no idea.
I swear, Todd, if you say, and that's where we're going to leave today's episode, I'm going to lose my mind.
That's how they brought
We
back
need a win.
Strahd.
I mean, we got one. We just don't know how good it is.
He turns into a giant frog
Well,
and just
that's
starts
weird.
to burn. And he's like, "Now why you shouldn't have cast that spell. You shouldn't have done it." And then turns into Strahd and starts smoking. The
Interesting.
thing is that I'm trying very hard to be nice to all of you, and
Mhm.
shifts again and looks exactly like Gale. But Gale's brain is exposed, pulsating. Like, it's not good. You should just leave. If you don't want to know, you shouldn't have done this. And then it just turns into a hand.
Interesting.
Dead.
Well,
Like for real dead, or like
It turns into a human hand.
oh.
Oh.
And you see the undeath leave it. And the nails are a little less sharp, and it almost looks flesh for a moment, like it was recently alive. And it still looks like the hand of Strahd,
Okay.
but it reverts to its true form. And it stops burning. And there is almost This room was a place of extreme darkness and horror. And suddenly, the Shadowfell has been pushed out of this space in a 10-foot by 10-foot space. Because a hand doesn't have a soul. But for the first time in Ravenloft, part of Strahd became human again.
So, should we attack it? It's human. Should we just destroy it?
I think it's dead.
And I don't think that's necessary anymore. I cast the spell out of anger and frustration, but I think we might have helped in a way. I don't know that Strahd would have looked at it that way, but after all these years, but this is all very strange.
I hate to bring up loose threads, but it kept talking about the elder brain, and I feel like that was the whole thing that was happening earlier in a previous adventure too. So elder brain's kind of going into different people and making them do stuff. Is that still happening? I think probably.
What do we know about that? Elder
Give me an
brains?
You know plenty.
Yeah, well, that was my question,
You know about
right?
the
Is
god
like,
brain.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Whittle, you and Whittle, like, you got into
we
scraps.
exchange a few looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I rolled a 12 just in case.
You
Just checking my
You know what
archive.
elder brains? Okay, weirdly enough, Mugen, you know what an elder brain is.
Old brain.
But do you know how they taste?
No, you don't.
Yet.
I mean, it might have been an
Yet.
elder and it might have been a brain, but it wasn't an elder brain.
Over 10. It's not
No. Oh no.
Dottie, what are you doing? You feel this place suddenly feel, especially you, Pest, as well. You and Dottie feel this place feel warm.
Yeah.
And you feel like you just return nature to this one room.
Squiddle, may I have this place? Just this space, but so much, and sort of looks towards the cabinet, so much pain and darkness. And I certainly appreciate the darkness which we are a part of here, but something about this place now. I just don't know that you'd like it once I've had my time here.
It's all yours.
Thank you.
I don't really know the protocol here. Do we keep the hand or do we get rid of it? Like what do we do with that?
It might be quite useful.
You guys hear that?
Sort
And
of.
the werewolf is still smoking in the moonbeam.
Oh no! Oh god, put it up! I'm so sorry.
Oh god.
Wait, if I lost
That's
lost
funny.
concentration on the werewolf, would it still be friendly to us? I probably
Yeah, it's
shouldn't
still
ask
friendly to you.
that. Okay,
No, that's an anime dead thing.
Oops. Oh god, I'm so sorry.
It smell like burning
Flicks
dog
off,
hair.
yeah.
Yeah, most of it is now just a undead werewolf skeleton.
Yeah. Excellent.
Pretty fried.
So sorry. Maybe we want to let him go.
Let me die.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
I'm. Oh,
push
I
it
think
further into the moonbeam.
Squiddle's gonna put it.
Okay.
Oh, I hate doing this, but Squiddle's gonna put it out of its misery. Like if it really wants to go, I think we should save it by killing it.
It suddenly transforms into a human,
No!
an undead human, because it's been in
Monster.
Moonbeam too long. It just kinda
Yeah.
shifts.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh
It's
no.
getting worse.
Yeah.
That's
Yep, I
And
do
it's
see
just
that, sir.
naked.
I
Just
do.
a naked burning human.
I see that that's not a good situation for you.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Are you going to let me go?
Can you just stop concentrating on it disappears, or is it not that kind of summons?
Well, I thought that if I stop concentrating, it'll disappear. But
Oh
I
yeah,
have
it will stop. It will stop if you stop concentrating. You
Okay.
can dismiss it. I thought
Okay.
you meant like go all willy nilly.
Oh,
Yeah, like and go murder a bunch of villagers. You know, like what's
Okay.
probably happening in Barovia right now
With
with
the
all the little
Almirage?
clones with sharp teeth.
oh, that
Yeah.
too.
Oh god.
I'm just really stuck on the Almirage. I'm sorry.
Barovia is just a big mess right now. Yeah, I'm gonna dismiss.
It just
this fine
drops to a
fella.
pile of bones. It just starts kind of melting. Just kind of
Oh.
like at the end of Gremlins, it's just kind of that weird goo, like the skeletal hands just kind of melt into the cement.
Practical effects, melting wax.
Yeah. There's just a moment of horrible silence. We'll never
Dale's-
speak of this again.
Gail's gonna turn to Dottie and go,
See, we're nice.
Sometimes we make poor decisions, though, I think. Maybe.
Perhaps more often than any of us care to admit.
Well, you know what? We all do. And I think you guys, you're interesting characters, but I also think you need a lot of help.
Oh, yes.
And I mean that in the best way possible. So you know what? Wherever you're going, I'm going to join you and I'm going to help you guys out. How's that sound?
That sounds great. We would love to have you join us and share the singular brain cell that we're all using.
It can't be too much of a problem to split it 5 ways, eh?
Dandy.
New friend.
And I would like to, when you know, we're happy to change rooms, I would like to welcome Dottie to the party when particularly Squiddle is not in this room, by now that it doesn't feel Shadowfelly, by just standing in it with her and casting daylight.
Well, that's mighty nice.
Not all of our magic is horrible and melty.
And as you say this, in Barovia,
No.
some villagers are in taverns, one drunkenly moving his way home. Just kind of stumbling through the mud, trying to, is this the place? I don't know. I don't know. Is this the alleyway I live in? I can't remember.
Mood.
I don't know. Anyways, I go to bed. Who are you? You are strange.
Uh-oh.
You in the alleyway. Go away. I am a very dangerous man. And 2 glowing red eyes appear.
I'm gonna say he has a French accent, and
And then
when
another pair of glowing red eyes. And another pair of
Oh.
glowing red eyes. And out of the shadows, shuffling, 5 gnomes with vampiric teeth and glowing red eyes come out. And all around the small town of Barovia, one by one, these clones start walking out of the shadows with the villagers asleep. I think we have a feast.
Oh.
oh no.
We're here. And that's our episode. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for our wonderful guest, Hope Lavelle, playing Dottie the Dandelion. And thank you so much for Eugenio for putting up with all of my shenanigans. For everyone for putting up with my shenanigans. Thank you, Gail. I know you didn't roll again. I will probably create a new campaign just for you so you can succeed on a roll. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much to my lovely wife, Megan Kenrick Squiddle, who apparently is destroying Ravenloft, and of course, Mugen played by
undoing all of the work that Whittle has done.
Yeah.
not Mugen, not always proving that 2 heads are better than 1, but certainly more survivable.
I'm doing great.
Good. Very
Thank
good.
you, audience, so much for watching we are the weirdest show on the internet.
It's so nice to be back live.
Well, at least the weirdest legal show, or one without a pay gate.
Yeah.
And thank you, Hope, for being Dottie and deciding
Yes,
to not try to kill us.
welcome.
That was
That was fantastic.
That was
I
wild.
love Dai's like, wait, hold up. Let's not be in combat. Let's have a conversation. I just picture from like miles away, ravens are like watching this extended exchange on a drawbridge.
Yeah.
The most precarious place you could be having it. And an undead werewolf and a dandelion. And like, if there is evil in Ravenloft, some of it just walks the other way because it'd be madness only live there. But there's probably a vampire that's like, I'm going to go in here. And what the F is happening?
Debentlio it is.
I've lost my mind after 1,000 years. I finally lost it. Yeah. So thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day, and we will see you next week. We will be live.
Yeah. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.